Alright guys, I just wanted to do a quick video of the new limited edition CRKT Q folder designed by Richard Rogers. Now first off, look how disgusting that is. Could just be oil, could be something else. But look at the fuller. Hold on, get to focus. It's filthy in there. Look at the backside. Ugh, wait, hold on. Better lighting. There you go. Oh, gross. What is that? You know, that should not have come out of the factory like this. All that junk in the fuller, that's gross. So that is enough for me to try and return it. Here's your lockup, about 50%. Very nice carbon fiber though. I'm a big fan of Richard Rogers' designs. You know, this is based off of his Q folder model. Let me just get the card here. It did come with some very nice packaging. So it does have this cloth. There's just a little fuzz. Anyway. Okay. It has a pouch that it came in. A box with like sort of some felt lining, you know, CRKT. So they definitely, I don't want to say outdid themselves, but compared to what they normally make, yes they do, or yes they did. And stickers and information, or a sticker. Excuse me, the card says it is the Q frame lock, designed by Richard Rogers in Magdalena, New Mexico. Made in Italy, Magna Cut blade steel, titanium handle with carbon fiber inlay, limited edition of 500 pieces. Very clean, very beautiful design. Richard Rogers, if you haven't heard of him, as the card states, in Magdalena, New Mexico, that's where it's designed. He does live there. Very nice man. His wife, Sally, is a very sweet lady as well. They're very nice people. So solid people in the knife industry. Very good maker as well. You know, his designs are very clean, very minimalistic, simple. Nothing that's gaudy, nothing that's really screaming at you. You know, his designs just, they work. The handle, you know, very comfortable. Just initial impressions. If I bear down, I can kind of feel like the lock bar cut out here, which is funny because in a lot of knives that have that type of lock bar cut out, I don't feel, but this one I do. I don't know. Maybe it's partly the open flow through construction, similar to the other video I just made explaining that. Anyway, pivot collar, very nice, simple. Doesn't say titanium or stainless. I would say maybe stainless, some type of stainless. I don't know, like 3/16 or anyway. Slightly different finishing than the titanium. The transition, you can feel, but it's minimal. It's very well done. I'm not gonna lie. The carbon fiber, it's well put together. You know, there's no blade play. I did test it, you know, earlier. And when you test blade play, guys, like, don't grab the knife here and wiggle. No, you grab it at the tip. Right, you hold on. Just grab in here, and you crank it up and down, left and right. So do that. That's where you can actually see whether or not your blade or your knife has true blade play. And if you do that and it doesn't, it's a very well put together knife. So you can use the flipper tab, push button, light switch, and my favorite form of opening a knife is the middle finger flick, spidey flick, whatever you want to call it. The fuller is great for that. You know, give a lot of credit to Richard Rogers and his design. This is probably my first CRKT knife, so the first impressions are good. I mean, blade is very sharp. I have heard that the initial, so this is made in Italy. I have no idea who makes this. I don't know if it's Lion Steel, MKM, what have you. I have heard that the makers out of Italy, the different knife makers companies, were heat treating their Magna Cut quite low to begin with, but because there has been such a push for heat treating this steel correctly in the knife industry from a lot of enthusiasts and others, it, from what I understand, has been notated, and the Italian manufacturers, from what I heard or read recently, were actually upping their game. So they were trying to heat treat this at a higher hardness. I don't know what it's at, but based on what I read, what I heard through the grapevine, was that they were heat treating it much better than prior, because in the past, you guys know, I think they heat treated their M390 at like 59 HRC, maybe 58. It's really low, like HRC of M390 can hit 64 and you can get optimal performance out of it. Even 62 is very good. But anyway, so I have no idea. Maybe this is at 62 to 63. Even 61 would be decent. Maybe it's as high as 64 for Magna Cut, which I think 64, 65 is like around the highest it can go and get your, I think that, but that optimal heat treatment generally can be between like 63, 64. I know a couple makers doing it 62 and a half is supposed to be very good as well. So there's a balance to everything with the heat treatment and tempering and everything. But anyway, I thought to myself, I said, well, I don't know if I'll ever get a Richard Rogers knife, just because of the fact that all of his all of his knives are on Lotto, and I've went on his Lottos before, but I haven't won. Oh, excuse me. I could in the future, but every year when I see him at the shows, or the show, when I say the show, I do mean the Atlanta Blade Show, the biggest knife show in the country. It's fantastic. Tried to get in, haven't won, but I'm hoping eventually I do, and I'll find a model that I like. And his knives don't generally pop up very often. I think a lot of people who have his knives keep them and use them, probably enjoy them, whether as safe queens or whether they actually do carry them. So, yeah, I said to myself, well, if I can't ever get something that's one of his customs that I like, not that I haven't ever run across them, I have, but, I said to myself, the next best thing, in my opinion, would be to at least get one of his designs that's well made. And this is well made. I'm not going to lie, it is. It's well done. The like I said, the carbon fiber is very nice, very beautiful. Has a great shimmer. The centering is perfect. I don't know if you can tell, but it is. It's really excellent. The pocket clip, I haven't used it, but like I said, first impressions, it's got some good spring. It doesn't, from what I've noticed, like when I'm bearing down. Maybe that is what I'm feeling. I don't know. No, I think it's that lock bar cut out here. It's just a little sharp. Those really are not finished super well. And the lock bar cut out here, not the lock bar cut out, sorry. The lock bar insert here is sharp. It's just not finished. So whoever just cut that, left it as it was, and just like this blade, it's so disgustingly filthy. And inside the fuller, I don't know if you can really tell, it's just really gross. I mean, man, guys, this was either not quality checked or overlooked, and somebody said, the heck with it, send it out the door. But either way, I mean, you can fail this knife too. On another side note, the There you go. See? Just made it fail. I can even make it fail. Middle finger flick if I wanted to. The lock bar tension is fine. The detent is, kind of soft. Like I said, you can get it to fail. And I can do it a couple different ways. I can get it to fail like that. Even like, it's just, it's light. I mean, if you intend to open it, though, it will open, and it opens smoothly. It's not a bad knife. I don't want to say by any means. This is probably one of the better made knives that comes out of CRKT because a lot of their knives are more budget friendly. Most of them are made in China, some in Taiwan. I know they partnered with Hogue not long ago on a model. I want to say it's called the Redemption, CRKT Redemption. It's made by Hogue. It's a Ken Onion design, like one of his boot knife designs or something, or boot knife folder designs, whatever. And that's based with his Able Lock. That's also using MagnaCut blade steel, which Hogue does a good job heat treating their MagnaCut, especially for a production company. They're going as low as 62, but as high as 64, so that's in a good range. It's not 60 or lower, so that's a plus. What else? It's a well-made knife. It's put together well. Clean, simple design. If you want something to carry that doesn't scream at you, that's not obnoxious, this is a good knife. And you're supporting the design of a good maker. And yeah, I'm trying to think if I left anything else out, or if there's anything else I should add. The flipper tab is minimalistic. It doesn't really get in the way, which is convenient. And I don't know what else to talk about. Just, yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. If you do get a chance to pick one of these up, maybe you'll have better experience picking one up that's not filthy like mine. I mean, mine's well put together. I could clean that up, no problem, but a knife shouldn't come that way. When you buy a new car, do you pay for, and I'm not talking a used new car that's new to you, I'm talking, no, a brand new car from the dealership. Does it come dirty? No, it comes spotless, and that's how it should come, just as a knife should. You don't buy it with popcorn in the back seat. You don't buy it with mud all over the paint on the outside because it went off-roading. No, it's a brand new car. It should be spotless, just like a brand new knife should be spotless, period. No excuses, especially in today's day and age. There's so much competition out there with knife companies in America, and I don't support Chinese-made knives. You guys know this, but I mean, you have Chinese companies up the wazoo. You have American-made companies. You have Italian-made companies. You have German-made companies. You have Taiwanese-made companies, and all other types. Swedish-made companies. You have Swiss-made companies. What else? What other brands? Canadian-made companies of knives. Well, actually, more so some Canadian makers. I don't think there's any brands per se that I can think of, but except for like North Arm, Skaha, that brand, that model, that brand. It's not really a brand. I think it's just a small-time maker. Anyway, so yeah, that is the CRKT Q folder flipper. Look at what it says here. Yep, Q frame lock flipper. We do call that a frame lock. So this carbon fiber, is like carbon fiber inlay. It says a 3.31 inch CPM MagnaCut bead blast, drop point blade, gray titanium handles with carbon fiber inlays. It's the model 7074. I wish that the model was actually on, or excuse me, I wish that the blade well, not necessarily. I would like the blade steel. I don't mind it, but I would like to see the country listed somewhere on the blade, even if it was, on the flipper tab, and it was unnoticeable until you open the knife, or, on the one side, on the undercarriage of it. That would be neat, or even on the inside of the titanium handle scale. But anyway, this is how they designed it. I think this is all I have today. Thanks for watching.